Hello everyone and welcome back to another week of No Cabin Fever today. With us today we have Dan from EasyAgile, and he will tell us a little bit about how to digitize your Agile processes. So I'd like to hand over to Dan.
Hello everyone. I'll just stay on I'll keep my camera off just to make sure we've got bandwidth. As mentioned, I'm Dan from EasyAgile, and I'm going to show you a few ways to be able to digitize your Agile processes using our tools. Now, EasyAgile's charter is to make Agile easy in Jira. We're an Australian company based in Wollongong, 70 kilometres south of Sydney. We're close to the Atlassian HQ. And we stay very connected with the Atlassian headquarters there in Sydney. We were started by two former Atlassian alumni. On the left-hand side of the photo, you'll see Nick and Dave. Nick was a product manager for Jira Agile at Atlassian, which has now become Jira Software. Dave was an engineer on quite a few software tools that Atlassian develops, and the two of them started EasyAgile in 2015. You'll see us around at Summit. Unfortunately, we weren't there this year because it was postponed, but maybe next year you'll see us there and at other venues. I'll be taking you through our products, and we've got 4 of them. I'll speak to 3, but we have one which is targeted at the team of teams level, EasyAgile programs, and 3 at the team level, EasyAgile roadmaps, user story maps, and personas. Now, for those of you who are very familiar with Jira and working within Jira, programs connects to many boards because it's at the team of teams level, and the products at the bottom of this view, they just connect on a one-on-one relationship with a board. So these are the products I'll be speaking about today, and just to cover off some common traits that they have. They're available across cloud and on-prem delivery models of Jira. So if you use Jira Server, Jira Data Center, Jira Cloud, you can use these tools in any which flavor you like. They're built to scale across the enterprise. So not only do we meet standard benchmarks, but we exceed them. There's some documentation there available if you want to know more. All of these tools are built to work within Jira, so your data does not leave Jira. So this data is not being manipulated in another app. So all of your existing policies and security hardening flows, all of these flow through to our products by design. We put a lot of effort in maintaining design consistency within our products. The look and feel of any EasyAgile product should be very similar to what you would experience in Jira, and this is by design. So ideally, if you don't realize you're using one of our tools, that's success for us. And there's a purpose to that. It means that you don't take any more cognitive load in learning our tools and getting familiar with the interface. And that helps you get up and running fast. So not only are you familiar with what you're seeing, but you can easily connect our tools to the underlying instance, categorize the data that you already have, and get up and running quickly within an EasyAgile product. Our tools are relatively cheap when it comes to some other offerings out there. The most expensive thing you'll see today costs up to US $30,000 per year. They're also available today. Very thankful for Scandio, K15, and Kreuzwerker for having us on the call. All of those 3 organizations are a partner with EasyAgile. And if you see anything you like, you can get in touch with your relevant contacts there and ask them about it. So leading into specifics, I'm going to talk to you about these three tools. And I'm going to start with EasyAgile personas on the bottom right-hand corner. Now, many of you are familiar with personas, and for me, one of the things that I was familiar in seeing was around the Atlassian offices. I'm a former Atlassian as well, but you'll see these cards and physical assets within an organization to help you build software towards a certain personas that you're helping to solve their problems. So these are standard personas that are available through the Atlassian design guidelines. They're available for you to download, and you can use them as a guide. But I'm sure many of your organizations have something similar. You may have these printed around the office and there as reminders on whiteboards to show you how to develop to these personas. They may pop up in some very peculiar places within your environment. And a lot of these places are offline. Now, EasyAgile personas helps you take these personas and move them online and categorize them. And it gives you a place to store them within Jira. So here we have the persona of a busy mum. And you can see that there is a description of what she's all about and her goals and the environment that she works with. We then have the ability to link the work that we associate to this persona within Jira. And this is done through custom fields. So you can see on the right-hand side that we see that this particular issue is of low importance to the busy mum persona. We also have the ability to take these issues and then see them within the persona. So we can categorize them from high, medium to low or non-specified importance and start building towards what this persona needs. I won't take you through that product further. I'll now speak to EasyAgile user story maps. This is probably our most popular product. And for those of you who may not be too familiar with this topic of conversation, I strongly recommend reading this book, User Story Mapping by Jeff Patton. This is effectively an application of his theory within Jira. And many of you have seen the user story mapping process on Post-it notes within your own offices. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with user story mapping, well, what is a user story map? Well, a user story map is a visual representation of the journey a customer takes within a product. Now, this includes activities and tasks that they complete, and having an understanding of this enables teams to focus development on providing the most value to customers and their desired outcomes. So a user story map helps you understand, why are we building this? Who are we building this for? And what value will this product provide them? And you can see that this is a rough outline of the user story map on the right-hand side here. Now, coming back to our product, how we take these story maps and we move them into Jira is we start with the backbone, and this is represented by user activities, which are epics. And the backbone consists of in-car navigation system. Okay, I've spun up EasyAgile user story maps in Jira. And you can see that we've got a pre-populated instance here. And this is using the Atlassian Teams in Space example. We've got a commercial space travel story here, and we're moving from pre-flight zero gravity training to commercial space to booking travel, to knowing what you're going to do before you go, to space, to nutrition, etc. We see the user stories beneath here, and that's divided into sprints, sprint 1, sprint 2, sprint 3. So I can easily edit, do some inline editing here. I can change the text on the cards. I can add new issues. So example, I can just decide to also add story points. So this is breaking the rules a little bit, but let's put 30 story points here. And you can see that on the right-hand side now, we've got 44 story points in this sprint. I'll start this sprint. Now I'll complete it. 8 issues were incomplete. Let's move them on to sprint 2. Now we've moved this on to sprint 2. So that's EasyAgile user story maps. I'll show you a little bit about EasyAgile programs. We've got 3 minutes before we end the call. Now, EasyAgile programs is a team of teams level tool. For those of you who are familiar with SAFe, it sits at the program level. If you're looking for a portfolio level solution, you probably should look at Jira Line. And this tool is really to help digitize, the PI planning process. So some of you are familiar with, PI planning, and the kind of outcome that you'll get at the end of that can be very tangled, and mapping dependencies can be a bit of a struggle. So EasyAgile programs can help you take this process, make it digital, and you can follow it through within Jira. So using the same demo instance, you can see here we're starting with the increment view. So you get a nice view of dependencies here at the increment view. You can then see what's within each swim lane for each board. And we can see where the dependencies are between teams. Within the team planning board as well, you can see what your team's working on and where it may be affected by what other teams are working on as well. So what EasyAgile programs does is it gives you a view whilst you're working and before you start. It really helps you see what work can be impacted by others' work. Helps you track that through, that moving and dynamic process that you encounter through the whole increment. So I'm going to end that there. Apologies for the couple technical issues we had, but I'll just see if there are any questions on the chat.
You can also use the Q&A box at the bottom of the screen to ask your questions, and I'm pretty sure Dan will be happy to answer them. So if there's no questions popping up, then Dan, thank you very much for the demo, and we hope to have you back, everyone, tomorrow for another round of No Cabin Fever. With SharePoint Online and Confluence are with friends, how to get the most out of both worlds, from David Toussaint's from Camonado. Thanks again, take care, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Thanks, bye.